Hey, what is up guys? Adventures with John here today, bringing you guys another video. I know it's been a little while, just a little quick kind of few updates for you guys. So me and my wife did end up moving back to California, which is where I grew up. I have family down here, and I was able to see my son a lot more if I was going to move down here versus staying in Colorado. So of course, you know, at that point the choice was to move back to California, so we're down here. It is currently 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys already know your boy gets up really early when he wants to go on a good fishing trip. So today we're going to be driving down. I'm not too far from the Bay Area, not too far from LA. I want to say from here it's about a 2-hour drive to get to LA, down to the ocean down there. That's why we're leaving at 4, so that we can try to get down there right at around 6 o'clock. I wasn't able to get, usually if I'm ocean fishing I'll try to get like frozen shrimp, frozen squid. I couldn't get any frozen squid just because the area I live, there's not really any bait shops or really anywhere that sells the frozen squid. But I was able to get a big pack of the frozen shrimp, so that's gonna be the bait for today. I've got some other jigs, some swim baits and some other stuff, and it's been years since I've used any of my saltwater tackle. But you guys already know I love fishing. Trout fishing is my all-time favorite, but ocean fishing is definitely up there, probably at a close number 2. So we're gonna get on the road. It's gonna take us a couple hours to get down there. All geared up, ready to go. Don't know what we're gonna catch today, but let's get it, boys.
Miss having you around. You watched me fall apart time and time again. Couldn't lose you in the end. But if you call my name, it'll be okay. I'm never gonna leave without you. I'm never gonna leave with.
Hopefully the parking lot I'm going to has openings, because I would hate to park all the way over here. But I guess we will see. That would be a pain in the butt. Here's the beach, and I can see the jetty that we're trying to go onto. Oh, but this looks like it's closed down. I don't know why. Huh. But it says 6 a.m. I don't know why it wouldn't be open. I'm gonna go check it real quick. All right, so I had to park just a little bit down the street. For some reason, the parking lot that I was going to, I checked the time on it. It's supposed to open at 6 a.m. It's a little bit past 6 a.m. It's probably closer to like 6:10 now, and that parking lot is still closed, and they still have the gate locked and everything. So not 100% sure what's going on with that, but I'm gonna get all the gear and walk over there. All right guys, I made it down here to the spot, or at least this will be the first spot that we'll try. If I don't get any bites like in an hour or something, I'll try to walk down a little bit further, see if I can have some better luck down there. This is pretty cool. I didn't know this was here. So they have one of these ocean cleanup boats over here that cleans all the plastic and trash out of this canal that's going out into the ocean. It's not on right now, but I mean, hey, that's still really cool. So I'm gonna get all rigged up, get my other GoPro on my chest, get some shrimp out there, and let's see what we can do. All right guys, so nothing crazy here. I've got one pole in the water. I'm gonna set up this pole right now. Just a little double hook rig right here. It's just got 2 hooks on it, so we can put 2 pieces of shrimp. And then this one has a 3-ounce pyramid weight on it, and I think the one I have in the water already has a 2-ounce one. This is my beach pole right here. Both of them are for ocean fishing, but this one is a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, a little more flex to it, so I can probably cast this one out further. Thankfully over here they have these little notches in the wood where it's kind of like a rod holder. You just put your rod in it. So I'm just gonna throw this one out as far as I can get it, and we're gonna wait for some bites and see what we can pull out of here. I'm surprised because I've gotten a few little nibbles and then one pretty decent bite on this pole, but I haven't gotten anything on the other pole yet, which, I mean, they're not that far apart from each other, maybe like 20-30 feet from each other, so we'll give it a while and see. I've also got some other, you know, swim baits and jigs and other stuff that I can try if the shrimp isn't really working. That's why I brought 2 poles with me, just in case. So if shrimp isn't working out after a while, I can take the shrimp rig off of one of the poles and throw around like a jig or something else. I even have the little squid jig. It's supposed to be for deep fishing, you know, like you, it's a double hook. Both hooks have like little squid looking things on them, and then you put your bait on the hook underneath the squid. And I've been very successful with those, like out on charters and out on boats and stuff, fishing for rockfish. But I mean, if there's rockfish in the area, I don't see why that wouldn't work. All right, guys, so it's probably been another 30 minutes. Haven't had any bites or anything like that. I'm gonna try to switch it up just a little bit. Usually these are for deep water. I was looking at some of the baits people were catching fish on in the area, and a lot of people were using squid. And of course, I wasn't prepared. This was like a last minute trip that I planned last night, literally right before bed. Went to bed at like 1 a.m. and then got up at like 3:30 a.m. just 2.5 hours of sleep to come out here. So last night when I decided I was gonna go, I ran over to Walmart before they closed and I got some raw shrimp, but I don't have any places around me that sell squid like that for bait. And of course the bait shops over here in the area usually open about like 9-10 o'clock, and of course I wanted to come out here super early to fish, and I'm not gonna want to pack up my gear, go to a bait shop, you know, and then come back. So I'm thinking what I might do is, even though this is supposed to be deep water, I'm gonna try this little squid rig right here, and I'm just gonna throw some shrimp on the hook just to give it some of that scent, some of that bait scent, and I'm gonna throw it out there and, you know, see what happens. All right, guys, so I went ahead and switched spots. There was a guy that showed up there and decided he was gonna work out for like 30 minutes while I'm sitting there trying to fish. It was a little bit annoying, but I get, you know, it's public, anybody can be right there. But I decided to move down. I've got the whole rest of this jetty over here, so I'm just gonna play around on this jetty, see if we can entice some fish with our shrimp. I really wish that I had squid with me, but we're just gonna have to use what we have. So let's see if we can't get on at least a couple. Even if they're small ones, I'll take them, you know, just so that we can get something, driving 2 hours to come out here. Got something, don't know what it is. There we go. I think that's a spotted bass, pretty sure. Man, that was right off the bat. He hit that thing quick. First one of the day. Looks like a nice spotted bass. I'm going to try to get this guy back up. I had to jump all the way down. Well, that's good, guys. I've been here for hours and haven't caught anything until now, and it's a pretty good sized one too. I guess you just have to find the little holes that they're hiding in, because I threw that next to a rock and he just slammed that thing. Keep him nice and fresh. So I'm gonna keep an eye on my stuff, but I'm gonna get back over here, see if I can toss this in another hole and try to pull out another one. I'm gonna actually drop this back in the same hole. Wonder if he had any friends hanging out over there too. But man, he hit that thing quick. Like as soon as it hit the water, I reeled it in just a little bit so the line would be tight, and boom, he hit it. He was on it. Got another perch. This one looks about that same size, maybe a little bit better.
I don't know. Ay. But I don't want to keep keeping these little small perch. I want to bleed this guy out. Bro, if you flip out and go into those rocks, I'm gonna be pissed. All right, well, I cut one of his gills, so hopefully while his heart's still beating, it'll pump out some of that blood. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna be throwing this around for a little bit before I leave. The perch took the rest of my shrimp. They kept wanting to take it off, but I mean, at least we've got one good sized fish and a couple of smaller sized fish, so that's definitely dinner already. But I figure I'll play around with this just a little bit before I pack up and leave, because it's still only about 10:30. So since I made the 2-hour drive up here, I might as well just, you know, give it a little bit longer. Oh, I'm gonna lose that lure. I didn't want it to go that far to the side. Alrighty, guys, so we're back in the truck now. As you guys can see, I'm probably red and sweaty and drained, so it was a lot of gear that I had to take over there. I thought I was going to be parking in the parking lot right next to where I would be fishing. Turns out that wasn't the case, and they did not open the parking lot at 6 a.m. like they said they were going to. So I had to drive around the block and park on the street, and then take all my gear and everything and, you know, walk all the way over there. So it was a pretty far walk, and just totally drained from doing that there and then fishing and then doing it back. Nevertheless, it wasn't too bad of a day. Started off very, very slow. I don't even think we got that first fish until maybe like 9 o'clock or something like that. 8:30, 9 o'clock, I don't know, but we got out here at 6. So it started off really slow, but nevertheless, we ended the day pretty good. We got, you know, a pretty decent sized spotted bass, and then we also got 2 little perch. So, you know, wifey's gonna be happy when I get home that, you know, we're gonna have some dinner fresh caught from the ocean today. I have all 3 of those fish on ice in the little mini ice chest that I brought. So yeah, I think I marked like 4 or 5 other spots on my FishBrain app that I wanted to try in this area. I know there's Santa Monica Pier. I know there's the Venice Beach Pier that's right there, and there's a couple of other areas. I think there was another pier too that I wanted to check out. This is just the spot that I saw that was the most promising, at least for what I was trying to catch. Still 50-50 on it right now. I mean, we caught some fish, but not exactly, you know, what I was trying to go for. So we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna try out some of these other spots, see what else we can do. But today, that's gonna be it for this video. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments below any other spots I should be checking out over here. This is only about 2 hours from my house, so if the spot is decent enough and the fish are there, you best believe that I'm gonna check it out and catch some. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.